What's up, Locker Mate babes? Y'all know what it is. It's another Wednesday here in the locker room, and I am back for another episode. So, thanks for tuning in to the locker room. I hope you all had a beautiful 2 weeks. Hope your summer is starting great. Your hot girl summer is starting off well. So, before I jump into anything, I wanted to give a amazing shout out to my nail tech. So shout out to the girls locker room. Turning around for my babies. So this is the girls locker room. It says GLR on it, and she did such an amazing job. So if you are in the St. Louis area, please, please check out Jordan. Her IG is Come Get Juiced. Come Get JUICE, 2Ds on Instagram. And she is amazing, you guys. She is so professional. I'm all about black business. Y'all know this. So, yes, please get into it, okay? Get into it. If you love your nails, you can snatch. She can do short to long. She's super, super professional, but you have to catch her scheduling openings because she is just booking up. So, yeah. So, I just wanted to start that off by saying that she hooked me up twice. My first episode, I had my birthday nails. These are very, very recent. So, I'm very happy with how they turned out. It's something about wearing my brand on my nails. And I'm just like, yes, bitch. Big locker mate energy. So, yeah. Oh, and don't judge me, y'all. I'm drinking straight out the bottle because it's just me. I broke way too many glasses. I picked up the bottle, didn't realize I didn't have it. So I was like, fuck it, bitch. It's just you. So drink away. So cheers. So let's get into these check-in updates, child. So I wanted to start out with my very sick TikTok obsession. Yes, I said TikTok. So TikTok has been around for a while. I think it like popped off as an app at the beginning of 2020, like before COVID hit and all that stuff. Or it could have been 2019, I'm not sure. I'm not really up on apps like that. I usually catch on late. I caught on late to TikTok. I caught on late to Instagram because I had an Android when Instagram first came out. So if you don't know that Instagram started on iPhone, you're too young. So you're way too young. But no, yeah, so I started out TikTok late because I'm not a dancer anymore. I used to dance a lot when I was little. So to me, TikTok wasn't nothing but a dancing app. And I was like, bitch, look, I ain't dancing no more. These bones getting old. I'm getting old. This body is kind of chunky. I ain't doing all that. So one day I just, I was like, you know what? People kept posting funny ass TikToks to Twitter. So I'm like, bro, I think it's time. All the dance craves that came out, which I still wasn't, like caught on to or anything like that. And that wasn't my appeal. It was just a lot of the jokes or a lot of like the transitions were really dope. So I'm like, let me join in and see what it's about. So I went ahead and made a TikTok. I made a TikTok months ago. I think I made my TikTok around March, April. So not months ago, a couple months ago. And I am obsessed, child. When I say obsessed, I mean obsessed. So when I first got on there, I was so blown away because my FYP or For You page was nothing but business women, nothing but businesswoman after businesswoman after businesswoman after businesswoman. And it was crazy, and I was so inspired. I was like, oh my God, look at all these business people. I learned some weird facts about the government. Not like those conspiracy facts, like actual facts about your birth certificate and who your guardian is when you're born. I was just walking around annoying people with random ass facts. And it got to the point where I had to get my mom on board. So my mom is like, she's my mom, of course, and I never get the lines blurred, but she's literally my little bestie. And so I had to get her on board about TikTok, so I did. So once I got my mom on board, she was hooked. So we were both obsessed, sending TikToks back and forth to each other. And I became a part of the TikTok crew at my job, and we would sit there and laugh about TikToks every freaking morning. So yes, there is this little thing going around in the music industry about how TikTok is taking over the music industry. I know I have to tie it into music some way, somehow. We get down about music all the time. So I also thought it was pretty neat that not like, I think the music industry caught on to it, but when you add a sound and it's music, when you add it to TikTok, it's actually considered a stream. So it's not just like a It's not just like a sound bite, how you put it on Instagram. It's a complete stream. Like, it's a total stream. It goes to the artist stream count, which is crazy because I didn't know that streams only cost like 20 or 25 cents per stream, or some are up to $1, but for the most part they're underneath $1. And I did not know that until someone told me that, and I was like, dang, that's crazy. No wonder people be like stream, because they're not as big as sales. So for the people who old enough to know what CDs are, you know that we used to go buy CDs instead of like doing the streaming. CDs was like anywhere from $9.99 to $15 to $20, depending on the artist, depending on the label, and how big the CD, how long the CD was, the album covers, all of that. It's a lot that goes into it. So I think it's dope that these artists, people are finding these songs to be catchy and they're using them. I know a lot of people feel like, ugh, another TikTok song, another song, but y'all to do some stupid dance to. So here's my breakdown of it. TikTok became way more popular during the pandemic, and these kids didn't have nothing to do. Here they are sitting around, they don't have to go to school, they can't go to parties, and they just stuck in the middle of a Panasonic. So what the hell else was they supposed to do? So a lot of them did what they do best, and they kicked it on their phones. I mean, what else can they do? We've been kicking it on our phones for the past 10 years. What else is there really to do? So I don't see nothing wrong with it. I understand some labels probably caught on and was like, all right, look, so you're gonna have to do something catchy for these kids to shake a little something too. I just don't think people should be so upset about these kids making certain songs dope, because they made some of our old songs like Unbreakable. Come on now, the rest is still unwritten, hun. I still need to figure out what show that was on. I'm a big TV girl, so I know Unwritten is on somebody's TV show. I want to say it's The Hills. I think it was The Hills. I think that was The Hills' original theme song. So if anybody else used to watch MTV The Hills or Laguna Beach, please let me know, because I feel like that was the original song. I'm gonna have to ask my sister, because that was her shit. She actually used to sing that and watch The Hills. Baby, she could not stand Heidi and she could not stand Whitney. But my sister used to watch some good old MTV stuff. And so I think that's what it was. But yeah, that song became a top selling song again. Like, these are artists who have not been like out and about. There's right now there's a rapper, a female rapper. Y'all know how I love female rap, but it's a female rapper. Her verse just went viral. She's from the Dominican Republic. We have no idea what the fuck she's saying. We just know her confidence is exuding. So I just think people should just take a back seat to being so upset about TikTok. We just finding crazy things out, like trends. I've learned how to fucking cook behind TikTok. I found a New Orleans chef. I found a chef that cooked clean food. I found a chef that does desserts and stuff, like easy ass desserts. Like, TikTok is actually very fucking educational. You have to be careful though. Some of these conspiracy theories, and I'm not shaming anybody who is woke and does conspiracy theories. Big ups to you. However, you have to be careful, because it's some things going around TikTok that are very false, that are very dangerous and very mind altering. It's crazy. My little brother is on TikTok, which makes me super, super nervous. And I ain't talking about my grown ass little brother. I have a tiny little brother who's like 10, and he's on TikTok, and it makes me so nervous. It makes me nervous, period, when I find out he's on any social media, because I'm just like, he's my sweet little button. I don't want nothing to corrupt his mind. So yeah, just be mindful. Be mindful of the stuff y'all post, bro, because it doesn't matter what your age is. I think it goes out to everybody. That's the one thing I think I like and don't like about TikTok, is your For You page doesn't just consist of people you follow. I barely go on my following side. I promise you, I barely go on there. I just be scrolling through my FYP. So but yeah, so if you are thinking about getting a TikTok, please get a TikTok. It's enjoyable. It's like a little break away from all the other social medias. And sometimes you need to break from there, and it will actually remind you. That's the beautiful thing about TikTok. TikTok will actually jump in and go, hey, listen, you've been scrolling for 20 minutes. Put the phone down. Like, that's probably the only app that I've seen that does that, and I think that is so dope. I've had to tell my own mother to do that. She was sending me stuff well into midnight. And I was like, Mama, go to bed. Go to bed, Marcia. Go to bed. I had to get on my Angela Bassett flow out of the Jackson 5 American Dream movie because it was just getting ridiculous. So now me, my sister, and my mom just share TikToks to each other. It's yeah. I had an ex I also used to share my TikToks with. We used to sit right next to each other just sharing TikToks. It was weird. So yeah, that was my check-in update for today. So, end note, get you a TikTok. So let's get into these topics. So if you are new here, thanks for joining the Locker Mate fam. If you're not, you know my birthday just passed a couple months ago. I am an Aries, and my birthday was on March 26th, as well as the show's birthday, but I turned 25. I turned 25, and I never used to believe in the 25 mid-20s crisis. Like the crisis you have when you're 25, you feel like you didn't do enough, or you feel like you did too much, and this and that, or you know, you have certain things you look back on and be like, what the fuck was my first 5 years of my 20s about? That's where I'm sitting. Some people are very proud of that first 5 years. Some are like me and it's like, I can tell you what the fuck I did. I don't know what happened. I was just living. I was just along for the ride. And that's pretty much where I am. So I'm very excited for my last 5 years of my 20s. I've analyzed the first 5 years of my 20s, took some things and learned from them. I'm not the same child I was at 20. I don't think we kind of pay attention to that particular age. I think it's always 21. But that year between 18 and 20 is something crazy. But that year from 20 to 25 is even wilder. No matter where you are in the spectrum. And with me turning 25, I just, you know, I want to cry for all those different versions of myself. Because boy, was she just going like this the entire time. I touched so much money my first 5 years of my 20s. And I can't tell you where none of that shit is. Not none of it. So it makes me excited to see that people are taking advantage of the stock market. We're understanding where our money is going now. A lot of people around my age group, we're waking up and being like, look, we can't keep pissing away money. And that is a beautiful thing, especially because older generations don't feel like we actually pay attention to the amount of money that we're spending, that we're blowing through, but we do. And so I touch so much money, it's insane. Now, my expectation for money in my last 5 years is to be more mindful where it's going, what my money is going into, be more mindful of the stuff that I do not have to buy. Baby, if I didn't learn nothing else my first 5 years, I've learned this. Just because you got it don't mean you have to spend it. Don't let money burn a hole through your pocket. Save it for a rainy day. I've always been taught to save, and my dad has always tried to make me feel better. Be like, look, saving is a lifetime thing you're gonna have to learn. And it's crazy because I thought I learned it, and I did not. I did not. So I'm gonna get into my first 5 years really, really quickly, and what I liked and what I didn't like, what I learned and what I didn't learn, and then I'm gonna talk about my expectations. So my first 5 years were, like I said, a fucking roller coaster, from money to love to school to my body. All of it is just a mess. So young 20 Jasmine, I know some people older gonna be like, damn, this bitch is only 25, but she over here analyzing her life. But I feel like anybody who hit 25 did the same thing. So all of my older family or my older friends or older listeners beyond 28 and up or 29 and up, or hell, for my sister, 25 and plus 5 fabulous and up, you know what I'm talking about. So, and I probably had to bring her on the show so she can talk about 30 and she can get me scared to turn 30. But, so I had a lot of ups and downs. Money-wise, I was working. I've never not worked. I think that's the one thing I can say. Both of my parents kind of instilled it in my mind. Get to the bag. They've never not told me that I need to work for everything I have, need to make sure I'm like really, really working. My dad was against working in college, but he still maintained working was a good thing. My mom, like I've said this, I think I've said this before on here, or if not on my IGTV series. So yes, I have a new IGTV series called Tea Time with Rianne, because that's what we're doing right now. We're doing our longer tea time, but I also give a really cute 2-minute segment on Instagram, so you should definitely check that out. But back to the task at hand. My mom always worked. Always. Married woman. She's on her second marriage, but she's always worked. She's never been like the homebody, a housewife, or anything like that. She was still a mom, a mother, and a wife, and a working woman, all wrapped into one. She didn't stop. When circumstances changed in her world, she even went a little bit harder with being a mom. So I never didn't see anybody working. Both of my grandmothers were the same way. Both of them. Shoot, my grandmother underneath me still wants to work. She just retired for the second time and wants to go back to work. So working has always been my thing. So I've touched a lot of money, always been a hustler, I've always worked, but I've learned rest. I did not do that. There would be days when my mom wouldn't see me because I did home health. And if anybody has done like healthcare, you know home health is like 24-hour job. They need somebody around the clock. So when I was doing that, there would be days my mom didn't see me. Like we would literally be passing trains and she'd be like, oh my God, I haven't seen my baby in 3 days. How you been? I'm like, oh, fine. I'm about to go back to work though. I'm just here to eat, say hi, take a shower, and I'm bouncing out. Bye. Like I would literally stay at work and just do that. Like my friends would even stop calling me because they were like, oh, Jasmine getting to a bag. She ain't gonna be able to make it. So it was getting really bad because I wasn't resting. I wasn't taking time for myself. So I definitely learned that. In terms of that, like I still am a hustler, still work, but I definitely will take my days and be like, look, bitch, sit down. And I still feel bad, but at least I'm like, sit down, kick your feet up, eat something fun, drink some wine. Big ups to the wine. Take a sip just for the shout out for wine. Again, I stay by myself. I'm the only one on this bottle. 7 Moons, by the way. It's really good. Really good. Free promo here because I don't get that much listeners. So yes, this is really good if you like rosé. I'm all over the place this episode, but hey, blame it on the rosé. So yeah, that was that lesson I learned from money. Love. This is really why I wanted to talk about this. Love and body is why I wanted to talk about this. Because what type of episode would it be if I didn't talk about relationships and love, you right? So, my first 5 years in my 20s, I wanted to be in a relationship so bad, okay? I wanted to be loved. I wanted to have couple goals, pictures. I wanted to travel. I wanted to be cute and have romantic nights and this and that. And social media definitely did not help. Because at the time, my early like 20 and 21, a lot of the people that I was following on social media were older. They were older or they were wealthier, so they were doing a lot more relationship wise. So I got myself caught up into a lot of bullshit. What I preach on here and on my Instagram is not because I've always had those thoughts. I've had to go down the rabbit hole of bad bullshit because of my decisions, because of who I chose, what I chose to do, and what I was striving for. Whoa. I want to go hug the 20-year-old me and be like, listen, you are in your 20s. Have fun. These boys are horrible. They're nasty. And I won't even say they're nasty. They're more aware. I feel like the advantage that younger men in their 20s have over women is they're not looking for wives. Most of them are not looking for wives. Most of them are having fun, living their life, yet may be reckless, but they're not thinking about the rest of their life and all of that. They're just in the moment. They're just having fun. It's something that I feel like a lot of young women, like myself, we didn't think about. I thought about being kept. I don't think that way anymore, but I definitely thought that, and I met I not met a lot of bad people, but I found myself in really bad situations because I was looking to be a wife. Who the fuck wants to be a wife at 20? Let me not say that I don't want to be a wife at 23. I'm so glad I wasn't. I'm so glad I wasn't a mom. Hell, I don't even want to be a wife at 25, let alone a mom, okay? I had a scare. I don't want to be a mom right now. I'm okay with being the auntie at the group. I'm okay with that right now. I'm okay with being the auntie at my office. No. And so I think that was one of the biggest things that I had to learn, and I had to look back and be like, oh my God, girl, you had your mind something totally different. You had your mind in money, but you also had your mind in being a mom, a wife, because I saw my mom as a wife and a mom this young, but that's what she wanted. She got her degree, she found her job, and she found the love of her life at the time. What more was there for her to do but to, you know, get that lifestyle? But I have not met a man as remarkable as my dad yet, who hasn't even met the surface of that. And I still have things that I have to clean up because I made a lot of mistakes money-wise and love-wise. So now I'm looking back on it like, girl, you had your mind somewhere totally different. And boy, if you can get those years back, we would definitely do that totally a different direction. So, and that's what my plans are for 25. But 25 to 30 is to live. I know I have a biological clock. God gonna put, if he want me to have a child, guess what? I'm gonna have a child. If he wants me to be married, guess what? I'm gonna be married. But as of me right now, helping him, I'm just doing the pedals. He's steering. Right now, I'm slowly easing into the rest of the 5 years of my life. I plan on being way more smarter with my money. I plan on always working, making the career change that, you know, I want to make, and make a stamp on my life that I want to make. But I totally feel like I was able to like think about it and be like, girl, no, these last 5 years you're gonna be smarter with your money. You're gonna work smarter. You're going to do what you love to do. That's the other thing. I was always pushed that I had to do what made ends meet, which you do. You always want to make sure you're picking a profession that's going to be profitable, but you want to pick something that you love. And I love doing this. I love sharing my experiences so that somebody else don't feel like, damn, I thought I was alone in that. But I also love what I do, and I want to make money from it. But I want to combine it and actually love what I do, because then you're going to love taking the content. So, and that's what I learned. If I don't love my job, it's gonna come out nasty, and my aura is gonna be nasty, and everything that I gotta do is gonna be nasty. So that was a big thing. That's my expectation, is to live and love. I mean, like, live and move and career and money smarter, but love what I do. So no more reckless, like, drinking. I say that as the Bible said right here. No more reckless drinking, no more reckless spending, no more like just being like, oh, I can get it right back. Even though that was the mentality I had, I don't have that anymore. Because yes, you can get it back, but life's still gonna life, okay? Life's still gonna be like, oh, she having too much fun. Person disaster. Like, it's still going to do what it do. But love-wise, no. I'm living, I'm dating, I'm finding passion, I'm finding out the frogs that I do and do not like. I'm being a lot more aggressive. But not aggressive, but a lot more assertive, because I was very passive. I was a very passive partner. I let a lot of things happen to me and then would yell about it later when I could have stopped it at the beginning. I wasn't so sure of me. I wasn't so sure of my confidence. I wasn't so sure of who I was. Yes, you are supposed to stay humble, but you are also supposed to stay cocky enough and confident enough to remind yourself what you should and should not be going for. Especially if on paper you are amazing. Your energy should be amazing, and what you put out should be amazing. I know, like, some of the ideas and some of the statements that I've said recently, I've heard myself back and be like, damn, that's real bitchy. But I know what it feels like not to stand my ground when it comes to dating, when it comes to like relationships, when it comes to like the fun setting of what dating should be. We take it so serious that we miss out on the fun. And so when we get into something long term, it's no longer fun because we missed all the fun that we had. And that's exactly what I was doing in my 20s, and I refuse to do it between 25 and 30. I'm just not doing that. I'm having fun. If it's no longer fun, you have to go. If it's no longer fun and productive, and I do mean productive. If you're starting to like make me unproductive and make it hard for me, and your presence is just making it hard for me, you have to go. So that is lessons that I've learned in my 25s. I have some regrets, and I definitely regret not standing up for myself. And that's not just in love. That's in love, friendships, career, school. Because school was hell for me. And I'm at that point where I'm like, look, I'm putting it in a box and putting it in a shelf. I tried it. It's not working. Now I just need to find out how to hustle and make new movements. And I just wasn't assertive. I wanted everybody to be happy around me, but I wasn't. I was slowly losing my mind. Like, I was losing my mind in my relationship, losing my mind in my friendships. But man, like, okay, it'll get better eventually, I'm sure. That better not be my motherfucking car. It wasn't. Anyway, so yeah, that's the regret I have. That's my biggest regret is I wasn't that assertive. I was always the one that'd be like, oh, it'll get better, I'm sure. But that's not what I saw. That's not what I saw. It's not what it seemed. Like, that was always something that I told myself, and it was exactly what it seemed. So for my pre-20 babies, if you're listening, please listen to you. Listen to your body. Listen to how you react to stuff. Be mindful, be courteous, and don't go in flying blind and being just flying off the wall. I still have to learn that and still have to figure that out. I haven't figured that out, but I'm learning. But yes, be way more assertive. Be assertive in a way of saying, hey, look, I love you, but I can't deal with that. Or I love you, but I can't do that anymore. I love you, but that doesn't work for me. Like, put you at the center, because you're going to look back at your life and be like, I didn't live for me at all. But you want to learn that in these 10 years. I think that's what makes 20 so stressful, because you're trying to learn so much in 10 years that you do not fuck up the rest of your life. Like, for me, it's, girl, quit being a mess. Like, literally, quit being a mess. As fun as it was in your 20s, it's not fun no more. You're going to want a house, you're going to want some cars, you're going to want to travel, you're going to do all this, and you fucking it up. Get it together. So that's the pep talk I have with myself. My highlights for my 20 to 25 was, I think the year 2015 to the year 2017, I had so much fun. And again, I was making the most money at that point. I had a lot of friendships around me. I did not take life so serious those 2 years. I barely can remember those 2 years. And when I see pictures from those years, then I snap back and see memories and be like, oh my God, I remember that day. That shit was crazy. But it's always a smile. Like, I remember those days, and I want my 25 to be productive, but yet those days. I want to look back at my 20s and be like, I damn near can write a damn movie over my 20s. You should have fun these 10 years. And it's hard, like, I'm saying that now, and it's hard for me to, like, grasp the concept myself in a way, because I still panic. I still have my days where I'm panicking. I still have my days where I'm like, I'm not doing enough, but then I have other moments where I'm like, yes, bitch, you're doing great. Like, there's a TikTok, since we talked about TikTok, where it's like, girl, you're doing a good job. Ooh, you doing a good job. They have that for mamas, but somebody needs to make that for us 25-year-olds, because bitch, we doing a good job. Yeah, we doing a good job. I didn't think I would ever relate to a song more than I relate to SZA's 20-something. SZA's 20-something really hit around 25, 26. I didn't really understand it at 23. But 25, yeah, SZA was on to something when she wrote that one. So my second wave of 20s, I'm so excited for. Oh my God, I'm so excited to make mistakes, but make smart mistakes. There's a such thing. Don't tell me that I'm wrong. But I'm excited. I'm excited for it all. So yeah, that is that. So for all 20-somethings out there, don't matter where you at in it, if you 20-something, just breathe. That's all we can do, is just breathe. For my 29s leaving out of their 20s, please give us some advice on how to breathe, on how to just live, and just live carefree, young, wild, and free. So yeah, that was my tea time for today. But I want to get into this jam session, child. So yes, we're late here in the girls' locker room since we changed our recording schedule. But Beam Me Up Scotty was put on streaming services. So I am not the biggest barb. I am not a part of that stand group. Y'all know I am a part of the stables. I am a hot girl, making sure my stallions have been fed and watered and washed and being able to twerk that ass. I am in the stables with my main coach, my main hottie. So, but before I was a hottie, before I was a hot girl, I was bumping Beat Me Up Scotty. I was bumping up Beat Me Up Scotty from 2008. 2009, 2008, 2009, 2010. We was all screaming itty bitty piggy to the death of me because I don't know why these girls bother at this point. I win, you lose. Ha 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 ha. Oh shit. Yes. I didn't know you don't know how impactful something is until it becomes nostalgic. So Nikki had been on a hiatus for a while, a well-old one, for her to be a mom. I think she did it the right way. I want to say this really quickly before I go on because it's supposed to be about Beat Me Up Scotty, but these celebrities don't owe us a damn thing other than the music that they signed the contract to give. And when they allow us to get a peep into their personal world, I think we should be more understanding that just like how we want our privacy from people we don't know on social media, they wanted to. They didn't sign up for us to be in their life. Like a lot of our artists from today won't need to have an unsung show or need to have a behind the lyrics show or anything like that because they already give us too much. So when she decided she wasn't going to give us her son, I was very happy about that because she's owed that. I really think she should do it the Beyonce way. I'm not mad that Beyonce don't let us see her kids and we don't know her life. She should have something away from her fans, and that's her life. So I was okay with that. Her dad recently was recently hit in a hit and run accident. So he passed, of course, but not peacefully or anything. So she was owed that break as well. She was owed that chance to be able to learn her son, become a wife, and bask in all of this stuff that was going on. But she came back to the internet and blessed us with Beat Me Up Scotty. And she also dropped a couple of new songs as well, Seeing Green, Fractions, and there's another one that I don't really know the name of. But I know it has a more Caribbean vibe to it. I've only listened to Seeing Green and Fractions. Don't kill me. Like, again, I'm not a big barb. But Beat Me Up Scotty being put on streaming services made me happy. It made me happy because, again, I could go down a lane where I was younger and think about where I was when this mixtape came out. In the 8th grade, getting on my science teacher's nerve, getting my hair done by my best friend in 2010, listening to her on the phone, screaming Slumber Party at the top of her lungs. Kill the DJ. Kill the DJ was my best friend at the time. Favorite song, one of her favorite songs on that mixtape, besides Slumber Party. And she also liked Best I Ever Had remix. So she likes Beat Me Up Scotty, period. And me and her to be able to be like, bitch, do you remember where we was? Do you remember this? Do you remember that? Or for us to rap the lyrics back and forth with each other, and we haven't spoken years, but to know that's the connection we have. Music is so connecting, and Beat Me Up Scotty very much made me happy. I was a child. I didn't have all the stress that I had right now. We were enjoying Nikki. She was the Harajuku Barbie. Yes, I also got my bangs cut. I was a part of that group of girls that went and got the nice Chinese bang because Nikki said so. We were Harajuku Barbies. The fuck. So this was before all the other stand groups even came around. And she did something crazy. She came in as a woman, a short little woman with a whole bunch of attitude, with a whole bunch of talent, coming in, fucking up the game. Not only did we do that, and the only reason why I mentioned this song is because it was during the Beat Me Up Scotty era, the Pink Friday era, which was not too far away from each other. The way YMC and B wrote that out was pretty much fucking perfect when you think about it. Beat Me Up Scotty, she goes on her tour, Drake drops his mixtape, and then they both drop their debut albums. Crazy. So, Monster. Whew, what a song, what a verse. Oh my God. So, just that time period, her documentary had came out, so it's so dope that she's also putting out a documentary. right around the same, like around this time too. So that'll be dope for her fans. Of course, I'm going to watch it because I'm nosy. But her first and second documentary was really good. It was really, really good. She had two. This will be her third one. She had the one was that her first one? I think that was just her first one because I think MTV did it. And she had a pink bob that she had. It was like the asymmetrical bob with the Chinese bang cut. And she also had a deep curly bang. And it was like blue LED lights in the back where they were interviewing her. I know this because this was around the time that she was actually doing Roman's Revenge. And she had asked them what was her cranberries and almonds. Yes, baby. I really was a part of that crew. Please don't get it twisted. For those who don't know, I really was into it. She was, check it out. Well, what I am in that purple motherfucking jumpsuit that was snatching her body. I just didn't like the hair. I think if they would have kept that one with the asymmetrical bob, it would have been giving me Robot Barbie. But I really loved that time period where she was biting out her chicken. I remember all of that, and that was right after the Beat Me Up Scotty. So just to like think about how impactful she was at that time for my age at that point. Like now, Megan fits the mold for me. But yes, Beat Me Up Scotty, that was amazing. Watching so many people bask in the love of what that mixtape was doing for them at that time was crazy. Like you could really see her impact and what she brought and what her vibe and her energy brought at that time. It was crazy. It wasn't too much drama. People didn't bring up the stan groups, which someone tweeted something she shouldn't have at the wrong time, and she got ate up only by the barbs and hotties. JT needs to watch her mouth sometimes. They need a new PR. They need a new AR and PR person, period. All of these artists do. It's not just JT that needs somebody to call her and be like, look, I can't keep spinning this. Put your phone down. Like they all need, you can definitely tell somebody is not they don't have publicists around. You can tell that these labels just like, fuck it. Let them be their own publicists. And it's the drain. Y'all need new publicists. These labels need to get it together. So I'm very happy with that movement and what Beat Me Up Scotty did. So thank you, Nikki, for bringing back some nostalgic stuff to me. Even though I've moved on to different sounds, I can't sit here and not say what that was doing for me. I can't. That's a lie. That's dumb. I'm a music fan. I'm gonna give flowers where flowers are due, and that was a time period that I would never forget. It was one of the happiest time periods in my life, and I think we all have a story like that when it comes to Nicki Minaj as women. It was just a happy point in our life. Even my best friend who doesn't listen to her no more was so geeked. She was so excited. Like I could hear the excitement in her voice when she was rapping them lyrics. Like she even said to me, I didn't think I could remember any words from this mixtape, and they just coming out like I'm breathing. And I thought that was amazing. So big ups to Beat Me Up Scotty. So let's get into these BMAs, child. First things first, my baby won top female rap artist, so that's just that. I just want to start that off there. Drake also was honored for Artist of the Decade, which he fucking deserves. He didn't get a break. There wasn't a break that Drake had that he wasn't loved, that he wasn't like goated, that people wasn't having a conversation, wasn't streaming. When he put out Certified Lover Boy, it's a wrap. And he better make his album cover art all of his number ones, because that's how many he has. Just shut the people up. Drake really is amazing. I can't say I was here when Drake had put out his mixtapes. I was here from So Far Gone and Thank Me Later. And Nothing Was the Same, Take Care, all of that. I was there for that portion. But I was an Aubrey Graham fan when he was still Jimmy in the motherfucking wheelchair and telling lies. Tell me lies. Yes, bitch, I was one of them. I was in Degrassi with him and Ashley and Paige and Hazel. He was really cute with Hazel. That was a good storyline. I like that storyline. So yes, I was an Aubrey Graham fan before I was a Drake fan, okay? It's a difference. It's a difference. All the bad bitches was watching Degrassi, period. But yes, he was great. And that just makes it even more great to me. Coming from where he came from that show to being as big as he is now, that baby was always great, destined for greatness. And I'm glad he got to it. And that's just big ups to Drake. Like, there is not a song, there's not a moment that Drake ain't in. His flexing that he does is well worth it. He deserves to flex the way he flexes. Hey, what can I say? Now to get into these awards, to get into these categories, I need to know why Doja was put in the R&B category. I can see pop, I can't see R&B. She won over Janae and SZA. Her wasn't even nominated, and I'm confused. I'm very much confused. Jasmine Sullivan, I know she just hopped back out, but she hopped back out this year. Damn. So she better be on the Billboard list next year. That's all I know. But yeah, that was weird seeing her there. Lil Baby got snubbed. He's been getting snubbed time and time again, and it's really pissing me off. But I think as a public, we know that he's cold. Like, Lil Baby is very cold. I was gonna say The Baby, but it's an actual artist named The Baby, so that's pointless. But Lil Baby is cold, and he deserves his flowers. He deserved his flowers even when the shit was going on with Megan. But a lot of that was on y'all. A lot of that was on them fans, because when he was doing the VMAs was totally fan votes. Y'all still didn't vote him in to win. So there's that. But Lil Baby definitely deserves more than what he gets. He's going. I feel like he's gonna be the next artist of the decade. To be completely honest, I really think it's him. I really think he gonna be the one to change his flow, to learn to be more mature. You mature with music, and I think he's definitely gonna be able to do that. I think Meg gonna be able to do a little bit of that as well when she learns to just stand up and be like, this me, this all I'm doing. But she gotta get there. She's still a rookie. And Pop Smoke won a lot, surprisingly. Not to take away from his talent, not to take away from the love that he got from people, but who he was nominated up against, I just feel like, come on now. I don't know, that's just me. So yeah, the BMAs were the Billboard Music Awards was yeah. SZA graced our presence on the stage again, which I was not sure when she was gonna do that again because she was having vocal cord issues. So, but yeah, it was even fun. I didn't watch it. Again, I haven't watched music award shows since I kind of stopped using cable. I just follow all the traction and all the media and all the different news outlets on my social medias, and that's how I get my news. And a lot of it was just. I saw Doja Cat and SZA's performance as per usual. Doja eats. So style wise, it was a miss for me this time. Usually her style group usually does it. All I want to know is, when is she gonna have to stop rapping Hot Pink? Hot Pink been out for 3 years now. 2. I want her to get back in the booth and do something else. She been giving everybody else verses and features. I need her to give me something new. So, but that was today's. I don't really have nothing else to say. I want to add a segment where I can talk to you guys. I know the community is small, but I really want to be able to talk to you guys. So if you guys would definitely email me some questions, some topics, some things we can get into a quick discussion about at the end of the episode at the Girls Locker Room 20 at gmail.com. Again, that's TheGirlsLocker, the number 20 at gmail.com. And I want to be able to talk to you guys, have more open dialect. Again, thank you for listening and tuning into the Tea Time on Instagram, as well as tuning into the entire episode. I am very, very much appreciative of it. Big locker mate energy from you guys, and I thank you for tuning in. And I will see you guys the next go round right here, bright and early, every other 9 a.m. here in the locker room. So y'all be safe, and I'm out. Rolling with the homies.